LA drivers we're a special breed. You have to be a little aggressive.
You guys are mean, dude.
You have to be a good defensive driver. So we bike a lot in downtown. There's Metro City Bike.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, we pay like $20 monthly. Bike to the gym. It's really
Bike to the
fun.
movie theaters.
It's good cardio. I biked back from the Drink and Future concert at the Staples Center. Like me and my boyfriend was like, all right, everyone's waiting for the Uber.
See, if I had a daughter and then my daughter said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna take this Metro bike and just drive around Skid Row, I'd have a heart attack. Like, no.
It's funny because
Not happening.
my friends actually bike at night, like once a month, passing Skid Row just for like a reality check. They enjoy it. They just kind of appreciate like what they have.
That's so, you know what? It's very good, but it's kind of fucked up at the same time. It's like, today I gotta look at homeless people to feel good about it.
In comparison to them.
I need perspective.
Right?
Look at that crackhead.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I see what you're saying.
I like how I'm twice your size, but I'm 10 times more scared than you are. I'm like, oh my god, you guys go out and Skid Row. Hello.
Well, one time I had the top down, and sometimes when you're at the light and it's right there, I got a little, a little nervous.
Of course, because then you're like, are they gonna come up?
But I'm just like, I wish you would. Like, I would.
Oh, it's like, that's what I'm
Then I start to
thinking, dude.
think in my head, like, the things that or not even just like in Skid Row, but if someone tried to like mess with you, like, do you ever think of like, what if a guy just walked up and like try to fuck with me? Like, I think of like the traumatizing things I would do to him, and like the first thing I would go for, like, people, like, for me, I would like go for his eyeballs or something, like, things where it's like they can't. I don't know.
Eyeballs are the cocho of the face.
Yeah, it's like you like kind of like.
You're like, I wish somebody would. When I drive down Skid Row, I have my doors unlocked.
I know, right?
Come in. I bet you that did happen, right? The guy opened the door. He was like, never mind. That's right. She crazy. She got crazy in her eyes.
Did you, before Mariel, did you do a lot of hookups?
No.
You weren't.
I'm kind of like you.
You cry during sex? No. I don't do that.
My pussy was good.
No hookups.
I've generally had sex with women who I felt an emotional connection with. So
I've generally had sex with women.
No, because I'm not saying that it never happened. I tried to stay off from having sex before marriage, specifically for religious reasons. So I tried it didn't go well.
I know. When did you lose it?
When I was 18, to my first girlfriend.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Was it romantic or just awkward? Because for a girl, losing it is so not sexy.
It hurts.
It hurts. You're confused. You don't know what you're doing at all. And now there's this foreign object inside your body. It's like being shot with a rifle.
Well, for me, when I first had sex, it was like, hallelujah. But I'm pretty sure for her, she was like,
She was like, there's a foreign object in my body.
Yeah, like, it hurt. I even asked her, too, after. I was like, did it hurt? She goes, yeah, it hurt pretty bad. I was like, oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that the dick is so big. I'm sorry that I was swinging an anaconda.
She had a really small pussy.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I figured. But it's like so awkward for women. And that's why, so guys, their like peak sexual age is like 18. And it goes downhill from there. For women, our peak sexual age is like around 30. And I suspect, aside from like the hormonal, biological, whatever stuff, that it has to do with the fact that with dudes, like literally, all you have to do is stick it in. You're like, oh, this feels good. Yay, let's do more. But with women, when you first start, it sucks, it hurts, you don't know what you're doing. And then as you continue practicing, it's like a sport. You get better, you get to know yourself, and so by the time you're 30, I think you finally figured out where the G-spot is, how to make it good for you, even if the guy doesn't know what he's doing, you maneuver it and all this stuff. So then
well,
it's
if the
like
guy
that
doesn't
much
know
better.
what he's doing, I think it's up to the woman to let the guy know. Because that's the problem. Guys are fucking cocky for no reason. They're just like, oh, this dick is so good. If I stick it in, she gon' like it.
No.
Which,
No, you have to maneuver it correctly.
Well, of course. And yeah, it's like if somebody grabbed my penis and they just stroked it, it's gonna feel good. But there's a technique to it that makes it feel way better. And so if the person that you're in a relationship with doesn't correct you and then you're leaving unsatisfied, that's your fault because you never told them.
Okay.
So the guy is thinking that his dick is really good.
Question though, when is the appropriate time to do that? Because you don't want to do it during sex where you're like, you're doing it all wrong and it ruins the mood.
Okay, first of all, when you're fucking, you don't have to be like, turn on the lights.
Be like, listen, honey,
honey, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
We don't do that. No, you just kind of talk to them while you're doing it and say, hey, can you try this?
While you're doing it?
Yeah, you just tell them like sex fucking talk. Say, hey, baby, do this.
Oh.
Like, make it fun and exciting. You don't just fucking stop it. Hey, no.
See, I'm so uncomfortable doing that because I don't know how to not awkwardly do it. Because while you're doing it, you're like, this hurts. Why don't you just stop doing what you're doing? Or do you wait till after
it's like,
and
baby,
you're like,
can you do this, do that? And the guy's not going to be like, I'm not going to do that. No, he's going to try. He's going to fucking try.
Oh, just like
you have to. There's no, at that point, if you are not being sad, like I said, for a guy, as long as somebody's stroking it, they're pretty much like, bam.
Wow.
But for a girl, because there's a lot of techniques involved, there's certain spots that you should hit, and every girl's spot's just a little bit different.
Really?
So at that point, not the G spot is still the same, but some girls like it differently than other girls. So at that point, it's all about communication.
Right. That's interesting. So it's like constructive criticism, but done in sexy talk.
Yeah.
Mind blown. Look at you.
And maybe there should be times, maybe later on, they should bring it up, but it should be relatively early because you don't want to have bad dick constantly.
Oh, no. There's nothing worse than bad dick.
So it's just communication, and people don't communicate very well. I'm not saying I'm the guru of sex, but I will fix my problems if you have an issue. It's like, oh, I don't like that. Cool, I ain't gonna do it.
But do you prefer that it's being told during the moment or after when you're like, honey, let's talk?
It could be either or. I don't have any feelings on that type of stuff. My dick's getting sucked.
Can you have sex with one woman for the rest of your life?
I can.
Like naturally and be okay with that? Or do you think at some point I've heard, I won't say who, describe this as like, well, it's like flavors of ice cream. You don't want to just have vanilla for the rest of your life. You want different flavors.
That's just up to the individual.
Do you think human beings are actually biologically meant to have a monogamous relationship?
I don't know about that, but we do. For me, I can't, because my life isn't driven by sex. We have higher thought than having our sexual organs dictate what we like or want in life. Sex is something that's, it's important to me, but it's not one of those things where I have to think about, well, I want a different pussy. I want a different, you know what I mean? Like,
but do men prefer that? Like, if they have their choice.
I don't speak for men, but I don't, because I like sex. I like sex, but having an emotional attachment with somebody makes sex that much better.
Yes.
So it's different for each individual. Some people just want to stick their dick in everything and just fuck. And some girls just want a dick inside them and they don't care what it is.